macking chicks, stacking bricks. Got all the latest flicks. Talk about all the game, how you can beat every game. You know, that's ego. I'm gonna come up with an acronym for ego, and then I'm gonna come back to you. But right now, this is all about King Code. So, for the last few minutes I want you to hear another piece of this great, phenomenal, impactful new show for the kings out there. Embracing the royalty within you. I was about to say loyalty, but you want to embrace loyalty too. But this is about embracing the royalty within you, finding the royalty within, learning what royalty means and how you're royal. So, let me get to this next segment of King Code as we almost coming to an end to this show. Alright, so for the last 15-20 minutes it's gonna be I'm gonna play the King Code, probably play some music for you. So check this out. Alright. Oh yeah, let me not forget. Let me get back to the rest of what Dr. James Jones was saying. Dr. James Jones is also the founder of Simply United Together, the organization in which I'm a part of a media team, the radio director, part of the production team, within the media team. Was saying in the past segment before I started playing everything, me. But take a listen to what Dr. Jones had to say.
What's that?
Doesn't mean that you understand it. And I did not understand me selling, my blood and suits and everything. We in a hotel room, and God is asking me to go serve others. But I went and did that on May 20th, 2011, and it changed my outlook on things. And that was a very powerful day for me. And so service is the basic of the whole thing to me.
Service is the rent we pay to be on this planet. We're going to take a quick moment just to pay a few bills real quick, and then we'll be right back with the rest of the gentlemen on the King Code panel. Let them help you understand why is service so important to each one of us. We'll be right back with King Code, y'all. So, Dr.
Doesn't mean that you understand it. And I did not understand.
Damn it, stop. Please excuse me. Having some difficulties. And we'll get right to the rest of the King Code segment on service and why it's so important.
So, Dr. J, you was hitting on some awesome points, man. You were talking about how in the midst of your own trials, the Creator said to you, go serve somebody else. Help us share a little bit more on that, because that sounded like that was powerful. It had to be something really difficult.
Very, very powerful. And what else is a key to this is my lifestyle in the 90s. So when God strips you of everything, you wonder why he's stripping you, but then you think, well, is he stripping you because I was a killer, I was a hustler, I was pimping, I was gangbanging, I was doing all those things in California? Or is he just choosing me for whatever reason? In the years that have went by, I believe he chose me because there is a lot of men that is out there that has done one or two or three or even four of the things of my lifestyle in the 90s. What we as human beings do, is, especially men, we kind of try to cover up our past. And one thing that I think about King Code is that all of us have said things that we have done in the past that is supposed to enrich and be a testimony to others. So I know that there is men out there that was hustling and selling dope. I know that there was men out there that was womanizing and having women on the stroll. I know there was men out there that was a gangbanger and carried strapped and didn't care and was out there in the club scene and everything. So that was my lifestyle. So then when I came to Atlanta, and I came to Atlanta after a divorce and had my children with me and everything, I kind of started leaning, going back into that lifestyle, and Atlanta will do that for you, right? And everything, and I lost everything trying to get into the housing market and so forth and everything, and I went down to MLK's church, the Old Ebenezer, and I stayed down there for a whole day and was just listening to a lot of his sermons and everything. And then in 2008, we know our big president used social media to get elected. So I knew I already had the gift of gab. How did I know I had the gift of gab? Because I could have a woman get on and stroll, sell her body, and bring me back the money. So I knew that I had that gift of gab. So what I did was God put me in a place. He had stripped me, get my attention, and he stripped me of everything to get me to where I needed to go with this plan that he had, which was service, which is simply a night together. So even when I first started to be doing events, and I was a product of that.
Right.
To be collecting, doing can drives in Decatur and College Park, but I was a product of that. Mm-hmm. Doing mentoring young men, and I was a product of what they were going through. So just all of those type things, you say to yourself, and you say to God, is this really the avenue you want me to go through? But then he starts showing you, doors started opening that, that I can't even imagine, going to the United Nations or going, to the White House or awards and different things, and you say, me, this is the person that was, gutter, was hood, was, a shooter, didn't take no mess, that type. And now I'm full of love and service and giving back and everything. So, King Code for me is going to be the ones that I can reach out to that it went through, that is going through what they're going through now that I went through in the 90s, because I'm a product of that. My body shows it that, I have wounds that show that I was, out there. So it's a privilege to be amongst you kings and to share how important service is, how being our brothers and sisters keeper is, how if you have a burden, move that burden to the side and keep pushing. If people talk about you, keep pushing. If people slander you, keep pushing. If there's bricks that come up, keep pushing. It don't matter and everything. And what most of all is make your mistakes testimonies and make your testimony an outreach to the masses.
Man, I love it. And again, transparency is really key. Big Chris, I'm coming at you, man. We're gonna flip the script on this one. So tell us, because you said you had your father as that object of influence that encouraged you. So share a little bit about why service is important to you. You said you got started really early.
Yeah. Well, service is important to me because I always been a giver. So, once you give, you get back. So, you be a blessing, you get blessings back. So I just learned that. And also the founder with BMU, we just wanted to awake the kings within. So we wanted to gather our kings together so we could unite together to help our kids, be mentors to our kids. So, because we got so many kids out here who are lost and they don't have fathers, they don't have male figures in their life, and these gangs and everything that's going around the city now is really just taking over, and they're trying everything. So we're trying to influence them to do different things. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically what I like to do. You know, give back to these youngsters.
And you know, it's always amazing when I see at the community compilation, I see you and your crew out there. It's really awesome, and it's just genuine to see that. Poker, talk to us, man. What service mean to you? What service brought to you, man?
Service to me means basically dedication. My life is my service. I'm an artist, professional artist here in the city. You couldn't have told me in a million years that I would go from sitting in a jail cell for drug trafficking and all just craziness to speaking in the public, mentoring the kids, making music that every genre can listen to. You couldn't have told me that I was going to do this. So just to live and go this far as I've been, I think that's my final destination, to be a server and to provide my service. It's a great experience. I want to continue going, but service to me, in a nutshell, means to be able to get my message out, my story, what I've went through, just like every brother on this panel. It's going to help. It's going to help. It's going to channel that energy. It's going to transfer to somebody that needs it. We are all living beings with energy. Our energy transfers, positive or negative, but it's our job to keep the positive energy going. So I've created myself into a positive energy, and I transfer myself everywhere that I'm needed. Service.
Man, and you know, if you didn't catch or really pay attention to our theme song of King Code, that's this brother right here counting. We always count all our blessings, and it was so powerful to have the opportunity to be in the mix with Polka and counting all my blessings. It just sent chills through my spine. And the next man that I want y'all to hear about or hear from a service perspective, Brother King Quill over here. This brother, every time I turn around, he doing something. So Quill, tell him about what service means to you. Why are you so driven? And even talk about some of your aspirations through your music with regard to service.
Well, service is my life. Like, basically, it's from a child. That's been in the situation I grew up in. My family was on the other end, always getting the help. Okay. So as a child, I'm looking at these people like, man, we really needed that. These people came out here to help. So I was always privy to that growing up, looking at that like, wow. So I got involved with the church, as a lot of people do, volunteering here with my aunt and my grandmother. And it just became a part of my life. So now I'm to the point where I've been through battles with myself because of what others would think of my service. Mm-hmm. You know, everyone doesn't think the way about service that we do.
Right.
You know, they're like, why are you giving that away?
Yes.
You got $10 in your pocket and you giving it to somebody.
Right.
That don't make sense.
Yeah.
It's, you know, you got to be built a certain way to be able to give to receive. Right. Because if you put it out there, it's going to come back to you. Oh, yeah. You know, the blessing's going to come back to you. And that's just my mindset every day. Even when I don't want to, I will help you. Right. So it's service in my life, man. And some of the aspirations I have, I'm the king of all trades, basically. If it needs to be done and I can do it, I'm going to do it. Or I'm going to try. I'm going to give it my best. I'm going to give it my best. Someone else might see me giving it my best and be like, well, I know how to do that too. Next thing you know, we got a panel of kings.
Exactly.
Helping me do the thing I couldn't do on my own, but together, look how powerful we are. It's amazing. I'm excited, man. I'm excited. I don't know about y'all, but I'm excited about this.
I'm pumped. The energy, first of all, is so intense right now. And I don't know if you guys can feel it through the TV screen, but as you hear this sharing of why service is important, what you also should be seeing is that on a Monday night, we could be anywhere. But we here chopping it up about how to help others to realize the royalty within. And I think it's really important because for me, I serve not because of my childhood, but because of what I went through in my adulthood. Remember the madness I told you I took into my adulthood, not feeling like I fit in, not feeling like I was good enough to be hip, cool, and slick, not feeling like I fit in with the nerds. But what I realized in my journey back from